Ladies and gentlemen, I'm reading some of your IMs. Comer's THC pharmacist. Sorry, I don't have enough money for an MR mug and a Louder with Crowder mug club sub. Fair dilemma.
I mean, I think Crowder needs some more these days.
Yeah, Crowder really got some real problems. Did you guys ever go through that whole thing with Jared and the
I thought you did it on a day I wasn't here.
We did do it a little bit.
Yeah, we went into it.
That seems to be heating up a little bit. And I think I read that Jared teamed up with somebody to... Oh, I don't know if this is true, actually. Mm-hmm. I meant to run this down. I think I saw it in Vegas, and but I read that Jared from Crowd, and somebody fact check me on this, was getting together with, what's his name? He does the, not public notice, but the public policy.
Matt Brunig?
Brunig. To do an unfair labor practice with the National Labor Relations Board. Now, I don't know if that's true. That could have been someone who just wrote in like some type of, or maybe I just had a dream that happened.
Not gay, Jared. If you hear this, buddy, get in touch with Brunig because
that would be
amazing.
An exceptional thing to do. I mean, that was the thing that I said when we were playing the clip that was frustrating to me is that, it's not. I mean, I will grant you that Crowder is, evil, good evil. I don't really use those terms, but if you want to say an evil boss, I would say, yes, that's true. Bingo. There it is. He did do it.
Oh my God.
And this is great. And honestly, because my issue that I took with his statement was that he was making it about like if Crowder was some type of like uniquely bad person. Now, I think it is the case that Crowder is a uniquely bad person. But that this uniquely bad person was in a position to be so abusive is a structural problem. And the way that gets addressed ultimately is to allow workers to have more power in the workplace. And one of the ways in which you do that is you have an enforcement system, and it would be so wonderful. I don't know how to put this in any other way. So wonderful if Crowder got busted for unfair labor practices and fined for
it would be so beneficial. The educational benefits alone from the messages being sent to Steven Crowder's like sort of audience or even adjacent or in the conservative media sphere, and just the type of content we could make out of it, let alone what it would mean for the workers themselves.
And it sounds like, according to Jared, there are other people working at Crowder's outfit that would also, if they found that they were going to have some type of protection, I think that they would have...
class action?
Yep. Well, I don't know if they would do it as class action, but they would be more freed to whatever it is that they want to do that they can't do now. So. Well,
I want to see Discovery. I also, though, am curious, like, didn't he bring a lot of those people in from out of state to kind of like work for him, right?
You're saying they're trafficked?
No, not trafficked, but it's just like, I mean, it's just the idea. It's a little bit like the Tim Pool thing where, you get people who want to be in media or who maybe are fans of you and you get them to work for you. And then, I mean, at least in Crowder's case, you're allegedly abusive towards them. There's so many different layers of unequal power dynamics here.
That was my recipe for many years at this program. Yeah. I mean, not really. I mean, yeah. I did pick on Michael quite a bit on camera, though. It was on camera.
Yeah.
That's good.
Was no
exposing.
No exposing myself in any way.
That's good to hear.
Not physically or emotionally or in any way. I have filed an unfair labor practice charge against Louder with Crowder, writes Matt Brunig. Non-disparagement clauses are illegal. And this is, let me say something. This is a function of not just Joe Biden, but the constituencies that Joe Biden had to bring along to win the presidency. And that included Bernie's constituency and Elizabeth Warren's constituency. And what you get out of that is they are basically the ones who are talking about who are the personnel that we should be putting into these positions. And, Warren and Sanders and their aides and whatnot, or their affiliated sort of groups have a list. And sometimes, and I think in a couple of these areas, almost all of the names on the list were chosen.
Totally. And
so that's why you actually scroll down here. It is once we get past the NDA itself.
It truly is like basically. These are illegal because of the employee when they're not a part.
Go to unfair labor practices. Yeah. The problem with Louderwood Crowgo's legal assault on Jared is the confidentiality and non-disparagement clauses that they're relying on blatantly violate Section 8A1 of the National Labor Relations Act. And now, I don't think this is a ruling. Again, this is one of those areas, including like antitrust, where the laws are on the books. It's just a question of, do you have the will for enforcement at the National Labor Relations Board? And I get the sense that what Brunig's doing here is basically trying to tee up an opportunity for Abruzzo, the general counsel at the National Labor Relations Board, to basically say, yes, like we don't need to adjudicate these on a individual basis. The fact is that an NDA like this is a unfair labor practice and is illegal.
Yep.
And more recently, in 2023, because he was talking about way back, the board analyzed a severance agreement with the following confidentiality non-disparagement clauses. As in Shamrock Foods, scroll up, just want to see when that Shamrock Foods was, 2018. Okay, go down. The board found that both the clauses violated Section 8A1 of the National Labor Relations Act. And now you're starting to see like the NLRB issuing complaints 2024. And so this is an attempt to sort of like expand on these NDAs and that's going to be a problem for some people. Well, I wonder who asks people to sign NDAs.
I think
would never.
Yeah, that's.
And even your friend who likes to wear funny hats. Apparently, I think maybe does he do NDAs?
My friend who likes to wear funny hats.
Mm-hmm. I was talking about Jimmy Dore.
I talked about that. No, NGA sometimes is a good, best deal for everybody, so maybe we shouldn't look into that.
I think those are more widespread in media than we realize.
Oh, folks on hold can't hear. Sorry about that. Yeah. Folks on hold can now hear. Yes, we did feel the earthquake.
We did.
It was scary.
Yes,
Crazy.
These panels back here were shaking, and I was. Yeah, it was. I had just gotten off the elevator, so I'm glad I wasn't in the elevator.
Oof.